if you're getting adequate frames and you're still stuttering, this video is for you. So what this video is going to discuss really quick is core parking and unparking. Okay, now many of you have maybe said, oh, I've already done this before. So have I. I had to do it again. So this is something that I'm kind of bringing up again. A lot of you maybe already know this, but for those who don't, this is a significant improvement for me. I think I finally fixed my stuttering issue, at least for the testings that I've done. It's an immediate noticeable difference. Performance can still drop. You could still get, stutters with frame rate loss, which I'm still getting in rain and instances like that. But as far as when my frame rate's at 90 frames per second, 90 hertz, I'm running at, that's gonna feel smooth all the time. You're not gonna get hiccups, even though your frame rate's okay. So anyway, if you're having any stutters, this video's for you. Stay tuned. We're gonna go through the details on how to kind of fix this for you, or hopefully fix this for you. So what you're gonna do is to check if your cores are unparked or parked. You're gonna hit the search icon, or you can just hit the Windows key, bring up this little menu, hit the search icon, and then search for resource monitor. So RES. You should see a resource monitor pop up. You could open that up. It opened up on a different display. Let me drag it over for you. So this is how it's going to look. It's going to look like this, with the tabs kind of larger, but you could decrease the view if you want, just to show all cores. Now, what it'll show here with these views is next to CPU 1, CPU 2, CPU 3, it'll say in brackets in a lighter text saying parked. Now, this is what you don't want. If you see any of these cores saying parked, make sure you scroll down and look at all of them. If any of the cores say parked, then you must do this, okay? So, what we're going to do, this is going to be unparking the cores. We're going to type in registry editor. So we're going to REG. We're going to go to our registry editor. So what you're going to go ahead and do is you're going to go ahead and click on your local machine. You're going to expand this. You're going to go to system. Here, you're going to expand your system, and then you're going to go to control, current control set. And then what you're going to do, you're going to right-click current control set. You're going to right-click it and hit find. And then you're going to paste in this set of information here, numbers and letters. I'll link in the description down below. I'll put a little highlight thing so you could copy and paste it. You hit find next, and then you will see this. Where it'll find that specific setting for under power settings and whatnot. This is for core parking again, and you're gonna find this value max once you hit that find. And when you double click value max, this value data is going to be at 64 for you. You're going to erase that. You're going to put 0, leave this alone, the base decimal, hexadecimal thing, don't touch that, and then just hit OK. Okay, and then you're going to need to restart your computer. Once you restart your computer, open up your resource monitor again. Make sure that your cores are unparked. This is the biggest key for me. Okay, now I did this step a year ago, and it probably helped for like one race, maybe. And it just got in my head, and then I started having stutters again, or it didn't work, and I was like, unparking doesn't work for me. If that's happening to you, where you did this process, and your cores, you restart your computer and you restart again, and then check a couple times after you restart your computer and do a couple of tasks, because at first it showed that all of my cores were unparked, just like this. But then I restarted my computer again. I played a game again, and then I, checked again just to make sure, because I was getting some stutters, and it showed that these CPUs were parked again. Now, I have an MSI motherboard. I have a 13700K CPU with an MSI motherboard. And these MSI motherboards, apparently in order to have CPU unparking complete, you need to turn off your E-cores. Now I'm going to quickly show you that if you have an MSI motherboard. Again, this way got me to the point where I don't have my cores parking again. With the E-cores enabled, my CPU cores were parking again. So the only solution that I found is disabling my E-cores. Okay, now your E-cores are going to be, here, let me show you here. your E-cores are going to be here. These are all my cores here. These are all my physical cores, and then your E-cores are going to be they're not physical cores. They're cores in the CPU that don't necessarily need to be run, but they do help with task work and things like that. So it depends on what your machine's used for. If you're doing a lot of productivity work, maybe the E-cores are beneficial to you, but they're also detrimental for iRacing. Now you could do this where you could turn it on and off safely. It shouldn't be a problem for you. But for me, this is mainly gaming. I do productivity work. You're still going to have no problem running applications or anything. Like you might lose like 5% of performance in some applications or some games that use E-cores, modern games, who knows. But it's not going to be much. Your physical cores for games are going to be doing majority of the heavy lifting, and the E-cores, as far as task work and stuff, it's marginal. You're not going to really notice a difference on day-to-day work, okay? So having those CPU cores unparked is the main thing that you want to get iRacing running well. And in order to do that, we have to turn off the E-cores. So let me show you how to do that in MSI, in the MSI motherboard. This is only for MSI. I don't think any other motherboards really need this. Asus boards, Gigabyte boards, they probably don't need to do this. But try it if you're having troubles. Anyway, let's go into BIOS. So what you're going to do is you're going to restart your computer. You're going to constantly hit the delete key to get into BIOS if you've never been into BIOS before. So we're just going to go ahead and do that. We're going to just keep mashing the delete key until it pops up on our screen. My computer, it takes a little bit. All right, great, we did it. So this is my main monitor. We have our side monitor here. So we're in BIOS. Okay, this is the MSI board. Again, I'm sorry for the way I'm recording this, but it'll get the job done, okay? The point will come across. So what you're gonna go into is you're gonna go into your overclock settings here. And then what you're gonna go into here is your advanced CPU configuration. You may need to scroll down a bit or whatever, okay? Go into advanced CPU configuration. And then right here under active E-cores, you're gonna change this from all to 0, okay? Under active E-cores. Okay, leave your P-cores enabled, of course. Then you could go back into your settings. You could hit save and exit. You could hit save changes and reboot, and you'll be good to go. It'll tell you what changed in your BIOS here. So you just hit yes. All right, so we're rebooted. What we're gonna do is go back to that search, type in resource monitor, or just click it because it should already be there. And then the resource monitor, once that's opened, it should show that your CPU, all CPU cores are unparked. It won't say unparked, but it'll say not parked. It won't say parked. So it'll look like this. So this should be all you need to do. If you found this video helpful, please give it a like. It's going to help not only me, but it's going to help mainly the VR community, the iRacing community, the people who need it to prevent stutters. Again, this works for VR, this works for flat screen as well. If this helped you, please let me know in the comments down below. Like the video, like I said again, because it will push this to other people who need it, and it's not something that you want to keep to yourself. Performance for iRacing is not something you want to hold on to. You want to spread this information. Please share it with your friends if they're having issues. Share it with your friends if you think they're not having issues. Maybe they're having stutters and they're just dealing with it. So these stutters will obviously affect everyone in racing because we're racing side by side. And if you go into a corner and someone's having stutters in mid-corner, they might not perform as well, and they might, understeer, oversteer, create a crash, whatever the instance is. So having a smoother gameplay experience is going to benefit everyone in the iRacing community, and I hope this video is helpful to some of you. Okay, so again, if you have any questions, leave them down in the comments down below, and hopefully this helps you. I'll see you all in the next video. Take care. Bye.